Hey guys, how's it going and thanks for coming. I'm Nick and this is Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money because schools aren't. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, so let's get started. So I'm sure that at some point in your life you wanted to tell off your boss, finally speak your mind, and simply not care at all. Now, I'm not saying you should, and I'm not going to do it with mine because you might be watching, so I'm being nice. No, I'm kidding, but some do want to do this. Most want to do this. Maybe everyone wants to do this, but most want that thought, but not everyone could actually go ahead with it. They're just not in that right situation, and you have to have control of your life and control of your job to do what you would naturally do. And this gives us power, which is what all of us essentially want. You're not stuck in this job that you're just doing things that you don't essentially want to do. Now, I have experienced this because I'm not living paycheck to paycheck inside of a job. For example, if you go for, let's say, a job interview and you are desperate to get a job, which most people are. If you're not in that situation, you're actually on the lookout for what job suits you instead of if you can fit that job. That little change is worlds apart. And that essentially gives you more confidence, and the employer would essentially will like you more because you have that essentially power. Now, I'm not saying go into the interview kicking down the door, putting your feet up on the table, and when you're leaving, you don't like the guy or girl, so you flip over the table. Might seem a little specific, so have I done that? No. Not yet. But if you do want to do that, make sure you hit that like button, because I could assure you most people want to do that. They don't want to be afraid of the job interviewer. They want to bust in there and tell them what's up. So to do this, you don't only have to take control of, let's say, your money, but also your life, many aspects of it. You have to know who you are and what you actually stand for and your values so you can portray them. And you don't have to worry about being, you have to be nice, of course, but you're not afraid to speak your mind if you have a good idea or something. Now, that would be more like a life aspect, but of course there's that money aspect, because essentially money gives you options. It gives you freedom. It gives you that power to make other decisions, where if you don't have money, you unfortunately don't have that freedom or those options. So are you spending money anyway, or not even looking at the cost, simply just paying it? Or not even looking at your credit card statements and just paying the bill, not caring what you actually spend on, possibly because you're too scared to look at it. And that's the problem. We're not looking at our finances, and that's the first step. Me personally, I know where every single dollar goes. If I purchase something, I know how much that is. If I save something, invest something, or do anything, I have a plan for each dollar. Now, I'm not ridiculous about it. I don't care if something a quarter off or whatever, but have an idea what you're using it for. So just understand every dollar that comes out of your wallet. I mean, technically, personally, I don't carry cash in my wallet. I carry maybe $20, $40. I use most of it on credit cards. Paying it off, of course, you have to be responsible. But just understand what you're actually spending on. And then when you finally have that money, it could simply be $1,000 left aside. It could be a month's worth of expenses. You have that power. I will guarantee you will feel different. You will feel more confident. You don't have to worry about if every dollar is going to make or break you. When you have that cushion in your back, you're able to be flexible. If you get fired, if you get laid off, or if you simply just want to leave because you don't like it, you don't like the environment, it could be a mental issue, and that's usually why a lot of people leave, is simply because the environment that they're in. A lot of people stay because they have to, but when you have that cushion, you can move around. You could simply leave and go for something else that you actually would like better. You will have more options, but the end goal is not to get fired from a job. No one wants to get fired from a job. I mean, if you win the lottery and you want to do something crazy, whatever, that's up to you. But most of us would prefer not to get fired. You don't necessarily want to get laid off or anything. However, if by some chance we do, or if we do want to move on, it's not the end of the world because we have that back support. So me personally, I have months, if not like a year, as a cushion, just to have that safety, just to have that mobility, and you're able to have that freedom, those options, and all that stuff that comes with that. Now, you don't need a huge amount of cash because then it just becomes not worth it. We have to still invest and grow our money that way. However, I think that cushion boosts our confidence levels ridiculously. So like if I do have to leave or get fired for whatever reason by setting someone's car on fire, I have not done that. Obviously you'd get fired, but then you would have that cushion of looking for a few months or even a year. Hopefully it won't take you that long, but again, it's still more flexibility than having no money whatsoever. So I would highly recommend and guaranteeing you, if you have that confidence behind you, you will have a changed life with your job, because I feel like everyone wants to be in that situation. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.